Thanks for tuning in, folks. Jeff ArizonaHotHomestead. This video, we're going to show you how I did this. So one of my thoughts was, how am I going to get this water from the structure here all the way over to there? And the only thing I thought was, okay, let's get a tube and then let's suspend the tube. But how do we do this? And how do we make it sturdy enough that when I get 70-mile-an-hour winds, it's okay? So here's my solution. I use some uni-strut. So I got some uni-strut. I just got some basic bolts. And I got this pipe strap here. I'm gonna cut this part. I don't think I need these, or maybe put a bolts up here or something. Keep it from rattling. But what I also did was I got in touch with Versatube. And Versatube has these cross pieces that are designed to give the rafters more support during high winds. So I ordered one for my size. I could have ordered more, but one was all I needed, obviously. So basically it attaches up there. They provide the screws and everything. And then you got this little 2x2 bar, basically, that goes across. And then it attaches with a bracket they provide there. So that gave me my cross piece that I could then attach my Versatube to. So then I drilled holes in it. Just 1/4 inch is all that I used. And I used 5 of these just because it seemed to be convenient, kind of 1 in the middle and 2 on each side. And then 1 across the bottom here. And the reason why I did across the bottom was to help keep these from moving this way. And it helped not only support this way, but also this way too. And then again, I just did these are just standard 3-inch pipe straps I got at Lowe's. Put that on each one. And then I'm going to paint this whole thing black. Just because, first off, I think the black looks better. And the black will help attract the heat, especially during the winter. But this was a whole lot easier than I thought it was going to be. The key to this whole thing was getting in touch with Versatube and looking for some kind of brace or a bracket for the rafters for my size of Versatube. So I am so glad I got this, because man, it made a difference in the world. What was nice too was, because the holes that you see, I don't know how well you can see them there, but the holes that are in that bracket, that actually allowed me to put this thing at a slight angle down. So this side is actually up slightly more than that angle, than that bracket down there. So it slopes downward. So then when I would hook all this up, all I would have to do is just hook it up to the exact same on every unistrut. When I cut these unistruts, all I did was just use a chop saw with a metal cutting blade, and I'll show you that actually here in a little bit. Not actual chop saw, but you know, a miter saw, but a regular chop saw. Same thing I used to cut those tubes there when I shortened those. And in cutting these, one thing that we had to pay attention to was where that the cuts would be, because it affected where the bolts would end up. So we ended up doing some, and we had to recut some of them that we had, just so we can end up where we needed to be. And again, I just used 1/4 inch. I used some fender washers on both ends just to make sure that, you know, it didn't go through. It was nice and tight. That was it. It was a lot easier than we expected. We just needed 16-foot ladders to make it happen. So that's it. That's how I did that. I guess the holder for that pipe to go across the VersaTube. It had to cover like a 14-foot span, so it worked out perfectly. So that's about it on this video. I guess I'll catch you guys on the next video. So you'll have to subscribe. See you. Bye. Have fun.